Sir?
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, self you have?
I do.
Okay, Mr. Harmon, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. May it please the court. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Would you please state your name?
Officer Godcharles, Godcharles,
How are you employed?
with the City of Tampa,
How long have you been with the city of Tampa?
a little over 3 years.
Do you have previous law enforcement experience?
Yes, in Philadelphia,
What agency?
Philadelphia Police Department,
When you worked at the Philadelphia Police Department, how many years did you work there?
a little over 5.
Did you do patrol duties?
Yes, sir.
Were you certified under state of Pennsylvania guidelines as a law enforcement officer?
Yes.
And here in Florida, are you certified by state of Florida guidelines as a law enforcement officer?
Yes.
Have you attended a police academy?
Yes, in Philadelphia.
And did you have to attend some type of a transitionary academy here in Florida?
Yeah, I did equivalency of training in Florida.
Okay. Do you have to maintain annual and yearly qualifications
Yes.
to maintain your certification as a law enforcement officer?
Yes.
I'll call your attention back to June 23rd of 2024. Were you on duty in the early morning hours?
Yes.
Where was your patrol district or the area that you covered at that time?
I'm in District 2 and Sector C. It's near USF area, USF Tampa.
Would that include the area hotel complex at the corner of McKinley, 40th, and Fowler?
Yes.
Are you familiar with that complex?
Yes.
Did you have occasion to respond to that complex in the early morning hours of the 23rd of June, 2024?
Yes.
What was that in reference to?
This involved somebody being shot. It's a call for service for someone being shot.
Do you recall about what time you arrived?
Around 4:40 a.m.
Which entrance or how did you enter into the parking lot or the hotel complex?
off of 40th Street or McKinley
Yeah.
on the southeast entrance.
At that time, were you assigned to the same position you currently hold?
Yes.
And what was that position?
Patrol overnights.
When you arrived there, were there other law enforcement officers on scene?
When I first arrived, there was a patrol car there, and there's other officers on scene.
Did you make contact with anyone when you first arrived?
When I first arrived, I found a police car, and then I was told to go to the Fowler side, and I made contact with USF Police.
Your Honor, state what tender states Exhibit 1 for entry into evidence.
Okay.
No objection.
Mr. Sinardi, any objection? Mr. Wise? Mr. Petraeus? Okay, be admitted.
Move to publish.
Yep.
Officer Godcharles, did you enter into the complex through this southern entrance off of McKinley?
Yes.
When you entered into that part of the parking lot, which direction did you go in?
I entered, and I ended up,
You can stand up if it will
Okay.
help you to demonstrate to the jury what you did.
so I entered at this southeast location, parked my vehicle near the Sally Port, and there was another vehicle, a police vehicle already here, so I was trying to find where the scene was. And after I was told it was on the Fowler side up north, I took my vehicle and went on the west side of the building, around, and parked in front of the Holiday Inn Tampa, around here.
So if I'm following you, just for anyone who may not have seen it with a monitor, you came in, if you follow the tip of my pen, you're in this area here. You mentioned the Sally Port. Could that also be referred to as a portico or the entrance to the Home2 Suites?
Yes.
And you said there was another officer in this area?
There's a police car there. I
Police
was looking
car.
for that officer because at that time I didn't know where the scene was.
And at some point, you are directed up here to this part of the complex,
Correct.
and you navigate around the west side of the complex to reach that area, is that correct?
Correct.
When you arrive on the north end of the complex, Are there officers in this area here?
Yes,
On the north end between the, well, let me ask you, is this the entrance to the Holiday Inn that I'm pointing at?
that's another portico, but yeah, it's the entrance.
Were there officers between that portico going to the east and an area over where I'm circling where there may have been a disabled vehicle?
Yes,
Did you make contact with those officers?
yes,
Was there a University of South Florida Police Department officer there?
yes,
Did you make contact with him,
yes,
speak with him?
yes,
Did he offer to assist?
yes,
Now, when you arrived, there's a disabled vehicle at some part of that parking lot, correct?
correct.
Is that vehicle, does it appear to you to be a black in color Dodge Charger?
Yes,
Now, between that vehicle and the entrance to the Holiday Inn that I've just pointed out, was there another vehicle?
yes,
What type of vehicle was that?
the Hyundai Sonata.
And did you make contact with some individuals that may have been near that vehicle?
Yes,
Was one of those Miss Turner?
yes,
And was another one Miss Randolph?
yes,
And was there a male Robert Howard?
yes,
Did you make contact with all three?
yes,
Did you speak with them?
yes.
How long were you in that area?
So I got there around 4:40. I left around 6:30 a.m. So I'd say probably close to an hour, maybe 40 minutes in that area.
Were there other officers arriving during that time period?
Yes,
The area around the disabled black Dodge Charger, was that area secured by other officers?
yes. I probably spent less time up front. I think my total time there would probably be an hour or so. Yeah, I'd say probably maybe 30 to 40 minutes up there with them. But I also spent a decent amount of time later south.
Did there come a time when you were summoned to a different part of the hotel complex?
When I first came in, I was summoned to the Fowler side. I later went looking for the fired cartridge casings. At that point in time, we hadn't found any.
Okay. So when you went to look for those, did you do that on your own volition, or did someone ask you to do that?
I spoke to my sergeant, Sergeant Portman, who said that we haven't found it, and I volunteered to go look for it.
Okay. Did you go to another part of the complex?
Yes.
What part of the complex did you travel to?
So I went east and then south along the Home2 Suites by Hilton, and then found the fired cartridge casings near that portico, or near where I initially parked.
So when you say you went east, were you parked generally in the area where the tip of my pen is over here by the entrance to the Holiday Inn?
Yes.
Did you travel along this north end of the parking lot?
Yes, I've traveled by foot.
Oh, you traveled by foot, not in your car?
Correct.
Okay, so you would have walked to the east. Did you then walk to the south along the eastern edge of the Home2 Suites?
Correct.
And then around to the south end of the Home2 Suites?
Correct.
In this area here, I believe you've already told us is an entrance to that hotel?
Yes.
When you got to that area, you said you were able to locate shell casings.
Yes.
Did they appear to you to be shell casings that were consistent with being fired by a handgun?
Yeah, they were pistol casings.
Did you ever have a chance to look at them or bend down with a flashlight to determine what caliber they were?
I know I determined that they were smaller in pistol size. I wasn't able to see the exact caliber.
When you arrived in that area, did you also notice any damage to that south end of the Home2 Suites?
One of the windows was shattered.
Your Honor, we would tender states 5A through Y for admission into evidence.
Any objection, Mr. Gonzalez?
No objection, Your Honor.
Mr. Sinardi?
No objection.
Mr. Wise? Mr. Petratus? Admitted.
Publishing states 5A is an alpha. As you arrived on foot down the eastern side of the Home2 Suites, would you have arrived in this area here, where my finger's pointing at the bottom of that photograph?
Yes, that's the south end portico.
And the area to the lower left third of the photograph, would that be the actual portico and the entrance to the hotel?
Yes.
States 5B is in Bravo. As you walk across that southern end, would you see what's reflected in this photograph?
Yes.
And this again would be the portico?
Yes.
States 5C, just to the east, southeast of the portico, did you notice some items laying in the street?
Yes, it appeared to be plastic pieces from a car accident, like a fender bender.
So would it be fair to say those would have been consistent with two cars colliding?
Yeah, it looks like a minor accident. The pieces of plastic would come off of a car.
States 5D is in Delta. Does this photograph reflect the windows on the south side of the hotel and the portico that were damaged?
Yes, it should be the third one on the right.
So third from the left or third from the right?
Third from the left.
From the left. So here?
Yes.
Did you later enter the hotel to investigate that damage?
Yes.
What is on the opposite side of the windows?
There was like a white blind and then a gym inside of there.
A gem?
Yes.
States 5E is an Echo. Now, in this photograph, is the camera facing back to the east with the portico on the left of the photograph?
Yes.
States 5F. Does this photograph appear, does the camera that is recording this photograph appear to be facing north, just north, slightly northeast?
Yes.
And is the western side of the Home2 Suites reflected in that photograph?
Yes.
Now, what appear to you to be pistol caliber shell casings that you found, do you see an area reflected anywhere in the photograph where some of those casings were located?
It would be in front of that white Lexus and then
Right.
to the right of the white Lexus.
Okay, so just off the right side of this photograph.
Correct.
States 5H is in hotel. Would that area then be to the right of the front of the vehicle?
Correct.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. States 5I is in India. Does this photograph depict underneath the portico?
Yes.
Officer, from the time that you arrived, did you take precautions and efforts to secure that area where you saw the shell casings?
Yes.
And approximately how long were you in that area of the complex?
I'd say probably another 40 minutes.
Another 40 minutes from the time you got down there?
Estimated, yeah. So from 4:40 to 6:30 is my extent of the call.
So when you say your extent of the call, at 6:30, do you leave the scene?
Yes.
While you are there from 4:30 to 6:30, are there at times guests of the hotel attempting to leave?
Yes.
And do you take precautions to escort them around any potential evidence?
Yes.
Are there employees of the hotel arriving possibly for day shift?
Yes.
And do you, again, take precautions to try to keep them out of the scene where there may be potential evidence?
Yes.
States 5, Y is in Yankee. Does this photograph, again, depict that apparent automobile collision damage evidence?
Yes.
Okay. And at this point, are the items marked with yellow cones?
Yes.
Are those items that you recognize and have seen before?
Yes.
Are they items that are utilized by crime scene investigators or technicians to document a crime scene?
Yes.
I have one moment, Your Honor.
Yes.
May I approach the clerk, Your Honor?
Yes.
You mentioned earlier, Officer Godcharles, that you had entered the Home2 Suites and at some point had gone into that gymnasium area behind the window damage.
Yes.
Were you searching for something or investigating anything?
I was looking for bullets or bullet fragments.
Did you find anything?
No.
How long were you in the gym?
Less than 10 minutes.
Did you meet with a manager or some employee by the front desk?
An employee let me into the rooms.
The damage that you saw to the window, did it appear to have been caused by a firearm or fire from a gun?
It looks like a bullet struck the window frame and shattered the glass.
You have one moment, Your Honor.
Yes.
Your Honor, I'll tender the witness for cross.
Mr. Gonzalez?
Officer Godcharles, did you interview witnesses?
Yes.
And those would have been the witnesses that were inside the Hyundai?
Yes.
One of those witnesses was Robert Howard, correct?
Correct.
And you have previously described your interaction with him as him being dismissive, correct?
Your Honor, I would object.
What's the legal basis?
Hearsay.
You can answer that question, but you can't get into the substance of what the interview was. You can answer that question.
To restate the question, please.
You've indicated that Mr. Howard was dismissive of your interview with him, correct?
I believe I said he was uncooperative.
Without getting into what information, did he provide you any information about the shooting?
Objection, same objection, Your Honor.
You can answer that question, overruled.
He stated that he heard
Okay,
gunshots.
listen, don't tell us what he said. The question was, did he provide you any information about the shooting, yes or no?
Yes.
Was that information extensive or general?
Objection,
I'm going to
hearsay.
sustain the objection as to that question.
Did you speak to Adjoya Randolph as well?
Yes.
Would you characterize that interview essentially the same as it relates to Mr. Howard's attitude?
Yes.
Did you also speak to Armani Turner?
Yes.
Would you characterize that interview of much of the same that you encountered with Mr. Howard and Ms. Randolph?
Yes.
Did Mr. Howard, without telling me what, did Mr. Howard provide you with any information concerning anything other than what occurred that night?
Objection.
I'm going to sustain the objection.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Sinardi? Any questions?
Officer Godcharles, the bottom line is, pursuant to your interview, Howard, Randolph, and Turner, they were uncooperative. Is that yes or no?
I would say yes. Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, Mr. Wise?
No question.
Mr. Petratus? Okay, very good. Redirect?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, may this witness be excused?
He may, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
You are free to go. All right, state who's your next witness.
They called Officer Zachary Conaway.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this cause will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
All right, you may proceed.
Good afternoon, officer. Would you state your name for the record, please?
My name is Zachary Conaway.
And how long have you been employed with the Tampa Police Department?
This will be my 4th year at Tampa Police Department.
Prior to your employment with the TPD, did you have any other law enforcement experience?
Yes, prior to Tampa Police Department, I was also employed with New Orleans Police Department for about 5 years as well.
And in that capacity, did you have an opportunity to investigate a variety of types of crimes?
Yes, ma'am.
On the early morning hours of June